Hey everyone, exciting news. We've officially launched the Paranoid Perspective Patreon. If you love what we do, unpacking conspiracies, chasing mysteries, and laughing through the weirdness, now you can support the show and get more of it.
So, for as little as $5 a month, you will get exclusive access and extra perks to the episode. Sarah, what do we get with Tier 1?
So, Tier 1 is the Curious Minds, and you get a shout out at the end of every episode.
Next tier, this is what you guys really probably want. Ad-free episodes. We don't need those pesky ads that you guys are getting on Spotify, Apple, whatever else. You will get all episodes ad-free along with what else, Sarah?
You'll also get it ahead of time. So before the episode releases for that week, it'll be available for you to watch or listen.
So if you guys are interested, check in the show notes down below, or you can head to patreon.com/the Paranoid Perspective Podcast. Welcome back to the Paranoid Perspective. I'm Jake.
And I'm Sarah.
Sarah, we got some news for all of our lovely, lovely listeners. So what's the news, Sarah?
Yep, we became Amazon affiliates.
Hell yeah.
Yay. Yeah.
Woo! I don't know if they like
Woo,
cussing or not.
yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, we are usually do cuss, so it's too late for that.
I'm not changing how I am, okay? So this is just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, we're rated explicit
Yeah.
because of what we talk about. I don't think they care. I don't think they care. As long as people go and buy stuff from them.
That's true.
I guess.
That's true.
But yeah, we do have to say, as an Amazon associate, we earn from qualifying purchases.
That is true.
There's our duty.
There's our due diligence and our duty.
Yep.
But
yeah,
in all seriousness, listeners, if you guys enjoy the show and you want to help us out a little bit, and if you're buying something from Amazon already, you can go ahead and just head on down to the description. For instance, this microphone right here by Rode from Amazon is on there. I would check out the link in the description. I love this freaking microphone. I have used this for podcasting, and normal YouTube videos. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, that's a good microphone.
Yeah, I mean,
mine's also on Amazon, but mine is just the HyperX, little. That's the one I started with for my other podcast, but.
Well, in all seriousness, I mean, the mics are the mics and they're really good quality. Yeah. I've enjoyed mine. And I mean, like you said, too, we've done 2 podcasts with this. And hell, I've had this microphone for 2 years, maybe 2, maybe more. Never had an issue.
This is my 3rd year with this one.
Yeah. So
check out the description for those links for Amazon.
Yep. You guys are already buying stuff there anyway, but that's what I would do.
So, yeah.
But on today's note, speaking of our wonderful affiliate program that we are part of now with Amazon, we figured it'd only be fitting to do what, Sarah?
Amazon conspiracies.
Woo! I'm sure we are chock full of them.
Yeah, hopefully they don't already demonetize.
Yeah.
Already kick us off the program.
Yeah, every purchase that happened through us is now null and void because y'all are talking shit.
No, it's just interesting. They're one of the largest corporations in the world, so there's lots of conspiracies, and that's what we do here. So
that is what we do.
Yeah. It is kind of bananas. I'm wearing my bananas shirt because I was thinking this is crazy.
Well,
I just kept thinking of that song. I'm not going to sing the song because we don't have copyright for that, but just every time I was thinking about it, the shit is bananas.
Yeah. I picked it down. I'll throw a little free use 15-second clip in here.
Yeah, just every time I was reading stuff about this. But yeah, we're gonna get into some conspiracies, which spoiler I can't spoil alert, I guess.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. They a lot of them are not conspiracies. But I thought we'd start with the Ring doorbell ad that I asked you to add to this because you haven't seen it, right?
I have not.
Okay.
So, yeah, let me pull that up for us real quick and we can go from there. I did have to watch it to upload it here, so let's see
Okay.
what we got.
Yeah.
And there we go.
So that was the Super Bowl ad, which Ring is owned by Amazon, if people don't know. But um, a lot of backlash after that video for, I think, understandable. First of all, that's going to feed into the AI. And then it's like, you're not just going to use it for finding pets. Like,
Well, so here's the thing. If people are so naive to the fact that it's not already not just
yeah,
finding pets,
right,
you know, I, I mean, it's one of those things. Like we talk a lot of shit on this show about like, CCTV and how like it's super bad quality and it always cuts out and blah 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 blah. I'm convinced that everything is going to like somewhat of a centralized hub and it's being put out what they want to show us from that footage and the ring is or not just ring, any video, you know, out in public is being used for that exact same purpose to just kind
right.
of watch, track. And it might not be as nefarious as most people might think. It could be used for nefarious things, but if you think about it from like maybe like a corporation point of view, like you want to see buying habits, you want to see patterns of life so you can sell people more things. That would be my
Mhm.
initial assumption.
Yeah, or I mean, they could sell that data to anyone who wants to buy it.
Well, that's the other thing I was saying too. It's like
Yeah.
not just Amazon, but just anybody in particular. That data, like data these days is worth so much more than a lot of other currencies, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you would think you'd have to opt in. I don't think they shouldn't, just because you have their camera, they shouldn't be able to use it without you opting in.
That's true. Is the neighborhood, what do they call that? The neighborhood watch or neighborhood something or other?
There's like something safety.
Yeah. I wonder if that's something you have to opt into or
I
if
would
it's
hope
just,
so.
well, that's the thing. I think just by having it, they're most likely, I want to read the fine print
Yeah.
on
Right.
some
It's
of
probably
this.
already in the contract.
I was about to say it's probably already there. It's probably one of those things where it's like, accept terms and conditions. And here's this 15-page thing that we know nobody's going to read. Just go ahead and click the box. Come on, it's so convenient just to click the box and let's go.
Right. Well, everyone does just click the box. People,
I'm
no one
guilt.
reads those things. So,
I've never read one of them. I'm sure my
yeah, I
shit's
don't read them.
everywhere.
Right. But I don't know. For that program, it was a little unclear, like if you'd have to opt in or if you'd have to like agree every time too to be like, yes, use it for this dog that's missing or whatever. I don't know. But they did actually, from the backlash, they pulled the contract with this company to do it because it was from, they were called Flock Safety.
Oh, okay.
So they actually did pull that supposedly. I mean, they said they did, but did they actually? I don't know.
I would
It
doubt it.
does remind me yeah, I do. It does remind me though, do you remember when Ring was being sued for accessing cameras?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they found that employees and contractors were doing that,
Look, man,
which is like,
I remember seeing Mark Zuckerberg one time with his laptop and he had a piece of tape over front of his camera on the laptop.
yeah,
Like,
right.
yes,
Yeah.
anything that is digital video, anybody can access it. People get hacked all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a story. I'll have to find the actual details, so don't hold me to this 100%. This is all alleged. This is my shitty remembering of this. There was supposedly somebody at the NSA that like started collecting like lewd pictures that people were sending back and forth to each other. They had
I think
like,
yeah.
yeah, this person had like tens of thousands of pictures that people had sent back and forth to each other.
Oh my God.
Like insane.
Right. Yeah, that's
So,
crazy. I mean, what are they even doing with that? Like, it's just why even? I don't know. That's gross. But yeah, I guess the ring was from 2017 to 2020 where employees were accessing it and saving it, downloading it, whatever. And I guess there was one employee that had like 81 different female users' videos like downloaded. It's like seriously.
mhm,
Yeah. But they had to pay $5.8 million dollars in refunds.
I'm sure
So
that really hurt him. tax
But,
write-off,
like, did they fix that problem though? Or
I'm sure to a certain extent.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I do have Ring. Now I'm wondering like, maybe I should get rid of it. But like you said, it's probably all of them.
It's literally anything that you have. There's a reason, like, where if you work, like, in high level government areas, like, where why you have to put your phone away or in, like, a Faraday bag or something like that. Like, everything you have that is linked to any sort of wireless communication can be hacked, can be
Yeah.
accessed. Anything you send, anything you say, anything that you record, anything that you do on, like, a FaceTime call or a video call, it can all be accessed. I mean, there's always that thing of like, don't post anything that, your parents wouldn't be proud of, or send anything that your parents wouldn't be proud of. And it's like, well, a little late for that for like probably 99.9% of people. I'm sure we've all done something
Yeah.
stupid on the fucking internet, you know,
Right. Yeah, and then it's there forever.
forever. You know,
Yeah.
That's what I thought was funny. I remember, there was a certain politician a long time ago talking about something, and they brought up Snapchat, and they're like, "Well, those messages just disappear." It's like, no, no, they don't. They might disappear from the chat that you're in, but they go
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah, they can still be accessed, just not by you, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay, you've heard of drivers having to pee in cups,
I
right?
have. I've heard a lot of pee pee and poo poo stories from Amazon. So yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was actually true, but
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It is true. This came out in 2021, I guess, that it was true
Wow.
because they did deny it, of
Well,
course.
of course.
I guess it started with a Democrat from Wisconsin. His name's Mark Pokin or
Hmm.
Pokin. I don't know how to say it, but he tweeted something. It's so weird that it's over Twitter. I don't know.
To be fair, I mean, that's one of the reasons I do enjoy companies like Twitter, because good, bad, and different, like, you can find everything on there, like
Yeah,
everything, you know?
right.
Now, regardless of how you feel about certain things, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant, but I mean, you can find pretty much anything you want on Twitter. Somebody's talking about
Yeah,
something. And
right.
it's not like a Reddit, you know, thread
Yeah,
where it's
right.
just some weirdo in his basement with Cheeto stains all over his wife beater just spouting conspiracy theories, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I guess he tweeted about Amazon making workers pee in their
Mhm.
trucks. And then Amazon tweeted back and said, if that were true, nobody would work for us. It's like,
Surprise!
yeah. Yeah. They did issue an apology later. They apparently said when they tweeted that they were not considering their driver population. It's like, how do you not? That's like probably the biggest working population you have. Like,
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I know there's Amazon fulfillment centers and factories and stuff everywhere,
right.
but you can't drive down the road, regardless of
Yeah.
what city, what state, you're gonna see an Amazon truck, at least one.
Right. Yeah. So that was a little weird. I mean, they said like our workers in the fulfillment centers can use the bathroom at any time as if it's a brag. It's like, yeah, I hope so. But then they were like, yeah, the drivers, duh. Like, hello. But they did say too that that's an industry-wide problem, I guess. Like all drivers like it's hard for them. There's not a lot of public restrooms available and to build in time to stop. Like, I guess that's a problem with like UPS driver. Like, I don't know. That's what they said. That other delivery drivers have a similar problem. So it's not just Amazon, it's industry wide, but still.
I mean, maybe, but I don't ever hear anything about, like, UPS or
Yeah, I should have looked it up maybe.
FedEx, or like, you don't you
Right.
like it. I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just saying I have never heard anybody complaining about, "Oh, yeah, man, I got written up because I was doing my FedEx deliveries, but I really had to pee," and
Well, that's true, right. They
you know
don't
what I
get written
mean?
up for breaks. Yeah. Right.
So, you always hear it about Amazon, and I'm not saying it's true
Hmm.
or not. I'm just saying what I've heard.
Yeah. Also, I'm like, Amazon's a leader in this industry. Like,
Yeah, they
you
are the
could start, right. Yeah. Like, you could implement changes, and then if it's an industry wide problem, you would influence the industry to change that.
you
So,
are
Yeah. Yeah, and drivers did report like they have to deliver like 300 to 400 packages a day. So they
Oh
just
yeah.
don't have time to stop. Or they do get penalized, I guess. They do get
Hmm.
docked or like penalty points or something if they it's called time off task.
Well,
It's
I'm
like,
well
yeah.
aware of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you are. But that was in 2021 and it does not seem like it's been fixed. It's 2026 people. Like,
Well, and to be fair, it's like if you look at one side of the sword here, where people are being taken advantage of to by this big nasty corporation and they do all this. But if we look at the other side of stuff, listeners, I'm sure you've sat and like, well, where's my fucking next day delivery? Where the
right.
how come
Yeah.
I didn't get my stuff yet? Blah blah blah. It's like, okay, well, in order to get said next day delivery or same day delivery, how are you getting this? Well, you're getting it because somebody is delivering 400, 500 fucking packages a day and they're like, god, I really got to pee, but man, this empty water bottle here, I got to go, you know?
Yeah. I was going to say that towards the end, but it's definitely like the consumers are, because we're so used to getting it within 2 days. And it's like a lot of other ones are still like a week or something. Like you get something from Etsy, it could take like a week or two or anything else. But everyone's just so conditioned by Amazon.
Mhm.
So that is a problem. I guess in 2023, three workers filed a lawsuit for the having to pee in the whatever, the trucks or whatever in
Okay.
Colorado. Have you heard of this?
I have not. I haven't.
There's like lawsuits all over the place, but I guess they said Amazon's working to conditions force drivers to urinate and defecate in the trucks. Like they use bottles and bags. And then they also said like at the fulfillment center when you get back, like the trash can is full of pee and poop, like because of drivers having to empty their trucks. That's just so disgusting.
Look, man, TMI, but I've definitely pooped in a bag before, and it's not an enjoyable experience, and I couldn't imagine trying to do deliveries on top of that. So,
I feel like I would just be constipated. I would not go.
well,
Like pee is one thing.
you say that until you just can't. So, I mean,
Right.
like I said,
Yeah.
sorry for the TMI, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think this lawsuit is still in the works since this was in
Okay.
2023. So I
Yeah,
don't think they've figured it out, I guess. Yeah, they also said it's well they're trying to say it's like anti or it's discrimination, I guess too, because like women would have a harder time peeing in a bottle and stuff. So
for sure.
they're also putting that into the lawsuit.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, unless Amazon's gonna start issuing, like, funnels or catheters to their employees, which and then that's, like, even
that's
way
ridiculous.
worse.
Yeah, that would be yeah.
"Hey, if you work for
My
Amazon, you gotta
God.
get a colostomy bag because that's the only way you're gonna work for
Right.
us."
Yeah, I do feel like though they go through workers so fast. I feel like eventually they're not going to have anyone else available.
I don't
Like,
know about that because, like, it's such like so listeners, if you don't know, this isn't my, this podcast is not my 9 to 5, okay? So, at mine, I work for a company that is pretty similar to Amazon. And it's funny because I get guys and girls that come from Amazon all the time that come work for me. And they talk about how the environment is way more chill and blah blah blah. But the problem is it pays a livable wage, but you're working your ass off. Like, and I mean working your ass off. And the problem with Amazon, from what I've heard from previous employees that have worked for me now, I don't know if this is true or not, but their productive rate and like their time off task, like, dude, it is so crazy. Like crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, and they do not have time and they will just kick you to the curb the second that they can and
oh
get
wow.
somebody else in that they can train and be on task. Like they don't care.
Yeah, but you'd think they would eventually run out of people who are willing to work there.
Well, but the thing is, like, if you got to sit it, if I know if I'm a 20 something year old kid, I'll go work for 6 months, 3 months for, 20 to 30 bucks an hour, depending on where they're at. You know what I mean? And make some money.
Yeah, just for the summer or something.
Yeah. And come back and knock it out and then get fired or quit because I'm working too hard and then find something else, you know?
Yeah. The lawsuit also says because you're supposed to get breaks, and apparently not they're not getting breaks if they can't even stop to use the bathroom. Like they're not getting their breaks. That is like, isn't that a federal?
But
Yeah,
yeah, it falls under, labor laws and stuff like that. Like
right,
I know for me, I have a couple part-time employees and like they are required, I believe, a 15-minute break at some
right.
point during their shift. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think a lunch break too if you're full time.
Yeah,
If you're
certain
over
s
like
it
6 hours or something.
yeah, it depends too on the duration of the shift and the state that you're in.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Colorado, I'm not sure, but they're definitely not being compensated for any missed breaks.
Right.
So we'll have to see how that turns out, but that's still ongoing. Then there was price fixing schemes.
Okay, that's not
Have
surprising.
you heard of that? Yeah.
No, but that's not surprising.
I guess multiple users on Amazon, like multiple sellers, colluded to fix prices of DVDs and Blu-rays. So it was on the Amazon site, but not necessarily Amazon.
Right.
And I guess they did end up going to jail for that, these
Well,
people. So I don't remember when that happened, but there was also a class action lawsuit against Amazon because they failed to stop COVID, like price gouging, basically,
mm,
on essentials. I think a lot of companies got sued for that,
yeah, yeah.
but that's still ongoing too, I guess. I guess a judge just recently, like in 2026, said that that lawsuit could move forward. So we'll have to see about that. But they definitely, I don't know. I would not be surprised if they did that because a lot of people did. But
Well, you gotta think a lot of these major corporations, man, they are just trying to increase their profit any way they possibly can from the
yeah,
previous fiscal year. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, right.
And
And
when
they don't care how.
no, they don't care how, because at the end of the day, that's all that the business is really trying to do.
Right.
At most upper levels too, like that is the focus. That is 100% the focus. How can we do more with less? How can we do more with less? And whether that be less employees, less
Yeah.
breaks, less time off task, like everything.
Yeah. Right. Less like benefits paid out or whatever.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But now there's another price fixing scheme that just came out literally like January 2026
Shit.
as well. Yeah. I guess there's a major FTC lawsuit, Federal Trade Commission, for people who don't know that what that stands for, but and there's multiple class action lawsuits. So these all allege that Amazon fixed prices by forcing third-party sellers to maintain higher prices on other platforms, or they would get a penalty.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like so to make them the cheapest. And apparently Amazon has something called like fair pricing policies, like in quotes, fair pricing. But apparently with that, it's like not making it very fair at all. And with their algorithm too, it like artificially inflated prices like across the internet.
Mhm.
So
Well, it's
that's
like
currently being,
a lot of stuff that I buy as a consumer, especially for hobbies and stuff like that. I usually like to go direct to the
Mhm.
company that I'm buying from.
Yeah,
Just because it's usually a better buying experience, you have better customer service. There's no middleman, third party, anything like that. And I have noticed on two products, and in particular, I'm not going to say the company, but that it was cheaper on Amazon than it was direct from the company,
right. Yeah.
which blew me away because I'm sitting here like, should I say something? Like, do you guys know that this is cheaper on Amazon? Like, you have to know. You have to know
Yeah.
that your product is selling cheaper on Amazon.
Right.
And now I feel like I don't want to buy from you because I'm trying to do the right thing is like helping like a smaller company, like quote unquote, smaller company.
Right.
And I don't feel like helping you now. Like, I don't want to go direct to your site now. Because if this is the game we're gonna play, yeah, I'll go ahead and
Mhm.
save, $30 to go on Amazon.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, this might be part of that because if they didn't comply with that, allegedly, then they would get penalties
Right.
for any product on Amazon, so a lot of people seems like they did comply, but that's all I mean, that just came out, so all alleged. We'll have to see how it turns out,
Yeah,
but
and for all I know, and like once again, I'm not saying it's one way or the other. I'm not saying it's true or false. I'm just saying what I saw, and
right. Yeah.
it could have been just a glitch in somebody's system. Like it, I'm not saying that that's 100% true. So don't anybody get it
No, no,
twisted.
yeah.
Amazon.
Right. Yeah. So, but the California Attorney General, I guess, Rob Bonta investigated like in January to bring this to forward. So he alleges that Amazon does actively force vendors and third parties to raise prices. And then there was also a lawsuit, I guess, in the fall of 2025, where it also said Amazon's forcing sellers to pay higher fees if their products are cheaper anywhere else, which is like, that's insane. I mean, I guess it makes sense to keep being on Amazon, but it's like if Amazon came to me and was like, you can't offer it cheaper on your website or any other site, like I'd be like, well, I'm not just going to be on Amazon then. Like, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a catch 22 again, though,
Yeah,
because it's like, is the benefit for you as a business selling a product to get like the most you want to do is get more eyeballs on your product. Well, what's the
right.
easiest way to do it? Easiest way to do it is be on Amazon because
Hmm.
everybody goes, everybody shops there. Like regardless of what people say about the bad stuff of Amazon, that's where a lot of people shop in the United States. And probably are they? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
they're
all
across
over.
the world. Yeah.
Yeah. But then it's like you as a business owner, if like you want to take the quote unquote, I guess, moral high ground of like, no, I'm going to do this.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying you wouldn't be successful, but you would be significantly more successful doing
Well, yeah.
something with Amazon. So I
Right.
don't know, man. Like, I guess it just depends on it's got to be specific to the situation, right?
Well, it
Like if
depends
you're
how much more or whatever. And I don't know. But yeah, the FTC also alleges that Amazon can manipulate search results to disadvantage
well, that's not
sellers offering
surprising.
lower places elsewhere, which, I mean, they can't do that though. I mean, this is,
Well, once again, it's like if people are so naive to the fact that they think Amazon is the only one curating search
well,
results,
right.
you know what I mean? Like we were just having a conversation offline about that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we literally before we started recording this, we're talking something similar to this about how we were like, I feel like this is right, and the sources we were
Right.
using are like, I don't think it's right. It's like, hold
Right.
on,
Yeah. Yeah. It's all messed up. Everything's just,
everything.
yeah. But yeah. Also, apparently they had an algorithm, or maybe they still have it, called Project Nessie. First of all, why are you giving, like, code names like this? I don't know, seems like they're having a little too much fun over there.
100%.
Project Nessie. But this is in the FTC's monopoly lawsuit for them, but it says Project Nessie was used to test how much Amazon could raise prices in a way that competitors would follow to raise it as well, to, like, compete with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That's just well, that is maybe alleged, I guess, but I think it does exist.
Well, alleged or not, I mean, you're talking about the biggest, if well, if not the biggest, probably the top in the top 3 biggest corporations on the planet.
Yeah.
You don't think that they are influenced and talking to other people in the business, outside of the business, politicians, people in any position of power. Yes, they
Yeah.
are 100% coordinating, being like, what can we do to do this? What can we do to do this? Hey, I really need this, that, or the other to increase. What can we do to influence this? There are, I guarantee you, there are probably hundreds of think tanks that have had that exact conversation
Oh, yeah.
in
Yeah.
regards to it.
It just makes me depressed a little bit.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
okay. Everything's being controlled by
100%.
these corporations. Yeah. Um, well, here's a theory, not confirmed at all, but I have heard of it, that Amazon changes prices based on the user.
I have heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is not confirmed at all. It was mostly also from Reddit. So obviously, but people say like if you're logged in versus if you're using incognito mode, you get different prices on the same product, is what people are saying.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, even with like incognito mode, like, I don't feel like that really does anything.
Yeah.
I feel
It
like
just
it's
makes
more.
you feel like you're safe, but you're really not. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and the reason why I say that, you hear ads for like, "Ooh, NordVPN or this VPN or this VPN," and it's like, "You think you're safe using incognito mode? You're wrong. Go ahead and go to nordvpn.com," and dude, so,
Right. Not sponsored. You just did an ad basically.
hey, NordVPN, hit us up. I got the
Yeah.
radio voice. I will come up with the most awesome ad for you guys, and we will run it, and we'll tell them incognito mode is fucking
Hmm.
bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, this also, some people say, like, especially if you're a Prime member, like if you log in and you're Prime, it might look like the same product, but they're different sellers, and it's like Prime price where the whatever the shipping is included or whatever. So then the price is different. So that's what people are kind of saying for that. But I don't know. Maybe we need to experiment with that.
The thing about it though, it's like they're constantly changing that stuff, I'm sure. So it's like you could
Yeah,
do an
right,
experiment, but I don't know, like you wouldn't get consistent data off of it, I don't feel like.
right. Probably not. I don't even have Prime anymore since they kicked us off. We were doing a shared whatever thing where you could have like up to four people sharing it, and they
Yeah.
had grandfathered it in, but now they were like, no more of that. And it's like, wow. So now I don't have Prime at all. So you're welcome, Amazon. Like, I'm not getting my own Prime. I'll just use someone else's account
There you go.
when I need to like send it. But yeah, and speaking of Prime, apparently they made it difficult to unsubscribe. I guess it's not subscribed, I guess.
100%.
To cancel. Well, that's illegal though. The FTC did also. Did you hear about that? They
I
just
have heard
settled
about
it.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they settled it for $2.5 billion.
Yep. I thought I
Which,
was
yeah,
no, I just knew it was a absorbent, like stupid
yeah,
amount of money.
right. But guess how much it would be per person?
How much?
$51.
Woo! Can't
Just
wait.
just kind of ridiculous. I don't know. $51. That's the max each person would get. I feel like that is not enough.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I guess it's for anyone who signed up from 2019 to 2025 and could not cancel or had difficulty canceling. I'm not sure how you would like prove that, but
well, but see, that's the thing. Everybody, once again, playing devil's advocate, every company does that. If you want to switch your cable provider or your satellite or your
yeah.
internet or whatever, dude, they will keep you on the phone and be like, "Well, we just have this new promotion. You should do this. You know, we can
Mm-hmm.
cut your like." You will have a 15-minute phone conversation of you being like, "No, no, 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 no. Can I just fucking stop? I don't want this anymore."
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it's a little
They're
bit
gonna
more
get sued too then, I guess. I don't know.
well, but that's the thing, it's like they're not, like I guess they're not being devious about it. They're just trying
Mm,
to sell it to you again, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
is that illegal? Like, is it illegal for
Yeah.
you to be like, "Well, I understand you're displeased with this, sir, but if we could, we have this promotion." Like, they're not trying to, like you know what I
Because
mean?
they
But
still
it
let you cancel at the end of the day.
right, right, but it's a fucking 20-minute process for you to just
Right.
say, "Stop."
Right. I think Amazon though, I think they're like hiding how to even
Uh,
cancel.
I see.
Yeah. So I think that's why they ended up like having to settle
Mhm.
for it. Because it wasn't just like go through the hoops. It was like, how do I even cancel it or whatever.
Yeah, there's no button to
Yeah.
say, "Stop it."
Right. Yeah. So, and apparently you can file your claim till July 23rd, 2026 if you want your $51, up to $51
Up to, which
if you
really
had
means you're
issues
probably
with
gonna get
it.
20.
Well, I think it depends how long you had it
Oh, yeah, yeah.
too and stuff, but I don't know. Well, have you heard of this? That Amazon is promoting conspiracy theories on their website or misinformation.
I have not heard of that.
Well, apparently their algorithms have like pushed like anything with like ebooks and stuff with like extreme conspiracy theories or misinformation in it, like especially the vaccination thing during COVID or like QAnon. It's like pushing those sales to the top or whatever. Like if you type in, I think if you typed in like vaccine, then it like pushed ebooks to the top that were like be like anti-vax during COVID and stuff like other things, I guess. Or with just any other misinformation.
Well, and I think part of that is because from a selling standpoint, you have obviously anybody that lives in the United States for the past 6 years has realized how quickly and divisively people will defend opinions, right?
Yeah.
And when you have something like that, that attitude, I guess, like from the individuals that are doing stuff like this on both sides, they're going to jump at any opportunity they can to get something that proves they're right. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, or even just a search result, because like we said at the beginning, like data is extremely valuable. And for somebody to be like, let's say we had some like crazy conspiracy podcast, not like this one. This one is a moderately crazy conspiracy
Right.
podcast. But if we had like a fucking super nuts conspiracy podcast, but yep, I pulled up this on Amazon and it said the birds aren't fucking real. Fucking told you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I do feel like some of those are like popular, even if it's like it's showing you the most popular results, even if
Right.
it's misinformation. Like
Right.
it's not a search engine, it's a product catalog.
Well,
Like, I
but
don't know.
that's the thing, even with like quote unquote misinformation. You're searching, you the individual are feeding your algorithm.
Right.
If you are searching for uh, elites eat babies and suck adrenochrome out of their neck, you're gonna get some wild fucking shit coming your way because they're like, man, this guy
Right.
really loves fucking these super dark conspiracy theories. Let's keep it going because that's you're curating what you are
Right.
consuming.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially if you purchase something, it's going to show you more of that. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, also, apparently, Alexa, their virtual assistant, does spread misinformation as well, which I feel like a lot of the AIs do.
well,
I don't
but
know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, once again, what are you like? If I have something pulled up, like I use Chat GPT a lot for work, for other stuff that we do outside of the podcast, and for this podcast itself. It starts to learn what you like and what you like to do and how you like to phrase things and how you like to prompt it. It's the same thing as like you're giving it what you're getting back. Whatever you're
Right. Yeah.
giving it is what it's giving back to you. If you're somebody, once again, that sit here saying that, I don't know, name the top conspiracy theory this week, you know, that's
Right.
what
Yeah.
you're gonna receive.
Yeah. Right. Well, and but people also say Alexa, I guess, is always listening. They have
100%.
said it listens for the wake word, either Alexa or whatever else. And now that I keep saying it, everyone's gonna have theirs wake up or whatever.
Alexa,
But
Alexa, Alexa.
right. But it's not supposed to save anything before it hears that wake word. But it's like, I
That's
don't
such
think so.
bullshit.
It has to be right. It
It
has to
has to
be.
be. It's the same thing of like, you know how now, like if you download an app, you'll see like ask app not to track my data or
Yeah.
whatever. That's a bunch of
Right.
bullshit too. It's
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be save. Well, I don't know if it would save it all, I guess. If they
true,
want to,
but the
they
thing
might
is,
delete it.
if it's listening, I don't think so though, because like we said at the beginning, like your data is so valuable. Like why would they just delete it? Like
Right.
it might not be used for anything nefarious, but it's gonna be used for something. you know?
Definitely. To sell something to you.
Right.
That's all. Well, and like there was one document incident where Alexa recorded a private conversation and like sent it to a contact of theirs. So that's like that's really weird. I don't know. I'm glad I don't. I mean, I don't have an Alexa and I do not want one. But with like the Ring and Alexa, I feel like we're already under a surveillance state.
Well,
Yeah, right. Well,
cell
and we
phone.
all volunteer for it.
Right.
Everyone's buying these products to put into your home
Yep.
where it will listen.
Yep.
Like,
And that's the thing. Like, I think it's funny. You have these people that complain about government overreach and spying conspiracies. And I was just talking about this product. And next thing you know, I opened up Amazon and it's on my phone. It's
right.
the first thing on there. It's like, yeah, because your fucking phone has a
Hmm.
microphone on it. And if you're so naive to think that this thing is not fucking listening to you, you're dumb.
Yeah, it's listening all the time. And I mean, then we just search for things on it too, and it takes all of that stuff. I mean,
Everything.
yeah, yeah. Have you heard of the Amazon Fresh and Amazon Go stores where it was like you could just walk out with it and you would get charged? It was, what
No.
was it called? It was like a program that they were trying to do. It was called Just Walk Out. You just put stuff
Okay.
in your cart. You don't walk out with the cart, I guess. I don't know. You
That's
just
a
walked
dangerous
out
game.
with it, right?
That's a dangerous game, man.
You just walk around the shop, add everything to your cart. There was supposed to be an AI that's tracking in the store to see what you put in your cart and what you take out. So it would calculate your cart at the end and just charge you your Amazon account that money when you walked out with it. So
Dude,
there were no cashiers or anything.
that is way worse than like a casino or going to like Vegas with money to gamble. Like you're just gonna fill up a cart and next thing you know, being like, oh fuck, I've got $2 in my checking account now. I don't want what the
Right.
fuck just happened?
Yeah, I would want to know the total because as things get rung up, you could be like, oh, actually, I don't really want that then. Like,
Or I can't tell you how many times if I go to the grocery store or something and it's like, oh well this price is it's on sale for this or it's whatever. Cool, I'll get
yeah.
two of these. And you'll ring it up and it's like, wait a second, where's this sale at?
Right, that's true.
So
You gotta call someone over to be like,
yeah,
"Hey, this is supposed to be," or it's on clearance and they
yeah,
didn't update the thing. Yeah.
yep.
Well, apparently in this store that they had this AI doing it, it was actually not an AI.
What was
Apparently
it?
they had outsourced their cashiers to India and it was people in India checking what you got and verifying that it charged you correctly and stuff.
That tracks.
Yeah. I'm like, seriously? Of course they're gonna be like, "Oh, we have such a high-tech AI," and it's like, "No, you don't. You're just paying for people in India, and you didn't wanna pay cashiers in the US."
Yeah, it's you're paying for cheaper labor. That's all you're doing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, in 2022, 700 out of every 1,000 sales had to be verified by people in India, the contractors.
That is insane.
Yeah. They did stop doing this. They got rid of this program. They're not doing it anymore. So that's good, I think. But I just think that's ridiculous. I feel like that's a lot of this AI stuff, though. It's really not doing anything. They just say, oh, it's new AI, new tech, but it's like not even, they have not built the tech. They just talk about it.
It very well could be because I know like large language model AIs and stuff like that. Like there is definitely like progress and it is getting better every day for sure. And I think at some point in time it definitely will be something that is integrated into our everyday lives just because that's how we are as human beings. We like to move forward and have the latest greatest whatever. But I do agree
Yeah.
like right now I think it is slightly more efficient to use humans for said jobs, and it would make sense for a major corporation to outsource a lot of that employment to save
Right.
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. But, um, so do you know about AWS, Amazon Web Services?
I don't.
This is like one of their biggest money makers is this web
Okay.
service. So it's not even their like products or anything. Like literally, because I was looking at boycotting Amazon like, I don't know, a couple years ago,
Mhm.
and it was like you literally can't because almost all websites use AWS. So it's like You just can't use the internet if you want to boycott Amazon.
Sarah, if you want to boycott Amazon, quit shaving your legs, go out to the woods,
Yeah.
build a cabin,
Yeah, sure.
and
Yeah, let's make I was
live
saying
off
we
the
should make a
land.
little village. We should make a little tiny village,
We
and
can
we
start our
all live
cult there.
there. Yeah, and then I'll be the librarian.
I'm down. I am so down.
But yeah, so AWS, it's the world's biggest cloud platform. It's used
Okay.
by 30%, or well, no, 30% of the global cloud infrastructure is on AWS.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty
So,
significant.
yeah. There are a lot of theories with AWS though that are maybe not verified. Maybe some actual theories, not true
Okay.
ones, since this was supposed to be theories. So first there was a contract with the DoD. It was a $10 billion. It was called Joint Enterprise Defense Infrastructure, JEDI for the code name. I always
Nerd.
love their little code names. But it was a cloud contract. So Oracle and other tech companies alleged that the bidding for the contract was rigged, rigged by the DoD, so AWS would win. So actually, all these other companies sued the DoD about this because they said there was conflicts of interest and like inside trading and everything to decide that. And
No
actually, in
way.
20, yeah, well, it was never confirmed, but in 2021, they did change the contract where the Pentagon split the contracts among many providers for this thing, which I feel like does make sense. How are you going to give it to one like you should probably split it up a little bit.
Yeah, variety is just spice of life, and you don't want a monopoly on something like that.
Right. Yeah, $10 billion and they picked AWS as the sole provide. That is like weird, but that's been resolved. But a lot of people are saying that there was widespread bribery for
Oh.
AWS. Like getting into the information, they have search results, they have all this stuff. So apparently between 2017 and 2020, like people could pay AWS to get this data and like change search result manipulation and all
Mhm.
that stuff and remove negative reviews.
Of course. I was just about to say that's probably the first thing on the dock is get rid of
Right.
all these negative things.
Yeah. And while this was true, I guess, the perpetrators did end up in federal prison for
Good.
this.
Good.
Um, well, and in 2025, there was a federal lawsuit where a Colorado-based data center developer, they're called North Star Commercial Partners, they accused AWS of colluding with the US federal officers because they were saying they were being targeted to be put off the market. I don't know why, like what happened exactly, but they're alleging that AWS was colluding with the US government to wipe North Star off of the market.
Well, I mean, that's not very uncommon in major corporations to try to,
Yeah,
kick out competitors and stuff like that. So, I mean, I
right.
guess it could be.
Yeah, I think that's still, I mean, that was just came out last year, so that's still another lawsuit. There's so many lawsuits. When you're such
Well,
a big company, though, there's always going to be
yeah,
like
I was about
lawsuits.
to say, man, like you can't be that massive and not
Yeah,
have people trying to come after you, even if it's just not correct. You know what I mean?
right.
So, I'm not
That's
trying to
true.
defend anything. I'm just trying to look at it from the other side of it too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, the truth will come out eventually if it is true. So, apparently, also late last year, there were widespread and sometimes mysterious outages revolving around like AWS, like any website that used it. So, this led to a theory that Amazon is testing a kill switch to like turn off the internet for certain people or certain users or certain areas. So, that is a theory that they could do that. I could see like why would they not be able to do that, I guess.
I feel like they could already do that anyway. You know what I
Right.
mean?
If it's
Like
their
that's
product, they could just
yeah.
shut it off.
Yeah, or even if it's not their product, like you think that the federal government couldn't just like absolutely control what goes into
Yeah,
what you see and
right.
just shut down. Like, if countries like North Korea can control it to the point where all they have is state-run media, it's not
Hmm.
impossible. They are not
Right.
technologically advanced to the extent that we are. So, if North Korea can do it, I guarantee you the United States could do it, or any Western
Yeah.
country. Guarantee it.
Right. Yeah, they could definitely do it. But I guess just since there were issues with the AWS system, then they were saying Amazon was doing it. But it's like, well, anything's possible, but
That's true, but I mean, I don't think you want. I know we always want to label it to something specific, so that way we have somebody to point to. But I
yeah.
don't feel like it would. It probably so widespread that anybody with a little bit of power could probably implement something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Um, so I mean those are most of the things. I think there was another theory kind of that Amazon is purposely trying to like kill, well, we already see that they're trying to kill some of their competition, but they're like purposely lowering their prices below even like where it's profitable to like kill other industries. So I feel like that is happening with the independent bookstores because that's one of the big things I have. But it's like they literally cannot offer books lower than Amazon because Amazon takes a loss because of all the other things they have.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. It's like when you have these massive corporations that can absorb like profit loss
Right.
for the short term to eliminate competitors. They don't like it's like, "Oh, well, we're gonna lose, a couple $1,000,000 by doing this, but in the next 2 years, we're not gonna have this competitor, this competitor, this
Hmm.
competitor. So actually
Right.
we'll recoup that in probably half the time that we actually had a loss." You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. And I think Walmart did like similar when they
yeah.
first, yeah. So,
Well, and the thing about it is too, like with a massive business like that, like I said, that can absorb that sort of loss, they have
yeah.
another plan in place to not lose as much money. They have another campaign going, they have another product going, they have another service going where they can try to recoup what they're going to lose from this specific deal with this specific
Right.
deal, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think since they have the AWS, it's like they could literally have a loss on almost everything else.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
still be. So, yeah. But the question, I guess, the part of the conspiracy is, are they doing it on purpose to destroy all these other stores? Or are they just like, is it purposeful, I guess? Is it nefarious? That's kind of the theory.
I think it's purposeful to the point of them wanting to increase their profits every fiscal year.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think it's purposeful of I want to destroy the world. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I mean, they probably do want to be the only provider, but like, that's not really, I don't
Sure,
know.
but you're not gonna
But yeah, it's not like world dominating.
yeah, I mean, in a
Yeah,
quote unquote free market economy, I say quote unquote, but that's not really possible because there's always going to be some sort of competitor, big, small, whoever. You know what I mean? There's always going to be something that you can utilize. Now, the tactics that you use to kind of squash the smaller people, sure, it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, I don't think it's because I don't think it's because they hate competitors. I think it's just because they want to make more money. That's all I think it is.
right.
It
Yeah,
just comes down to
they
money.
right. It always does, yeah. Yeah, they just wanna make as much money as possible and have everyone buy from them forever.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, kind of like you alluded to earlier, the consumer is what is driving the market.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
because we keep wanting two-day shipping or same-day shipping or overnight shipping, and it is cheaper. I mean, part of that was fixed, I guess, so they are being sued over that, but it is cheaper on Amazon.
yeah,
But
and don't get me wrong, it's super convenient to where it's like, man, I really need X, Y, and Z. I'm in bed right now. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull up Amazon and I'm gonna order this and it'll be here tomorrow at 12. You know
mhm,
what I mean?
right. Yeah,
Or the flip side of that, it could be something as simple as a lot of grocery companies that provide the delivery service, right? It's more convenient just to be like, "Yep, here's my order."
yeah, true. Go pick it and yeah. I don't like it because they like replace certain items if they don't have it, and it's like, did you really? I don't know. But
Well,
yeah, it
that's
is
the
more
thing, man.
convenient. Or if you can't leave, some people
Right.
can't leave the house, so
Yeah, and for those individuals, like, yeah, that's like a godsend, right? Like, I can't leave my house, and this is like, it's not all bad, but I think what people get twisted is they have no concept of what it's like to run a multi-billion-dollar top of the food chain
it's
company.
like
You know
it's
what I mean?
impossible to like even fathom it.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
could you do that? And if I was trying, like, once again, I'm not defending any position or the other. I'm just saying, like, if you were in that position, how the fuck do you actually run that company without being, like, immoral or doing some shady deals? Like, it could be intentional or it could be unintentional sometimes. Like, you just didn't think it all the way through, and you're affecting so many people. Of course, you're gonna get backlash for something.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and I was gonna say too, like COVID made it like so much worse because everyone moved to online and then a lot of these stores like never brought certain products back. So it's like you don't have any choice but to buy online at this point for a lot of
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, the good aspects about that are a lot of companies that realized they could focus to their employees to more remote work or their business model to more online. Yeah, it definitely had some benefit, but like you said, you've got these people that have small businesses, for instance, like, your smaller bookstores and dealers and stuff like that. Like, there's no way they can even compete, even anywhere close to that
mhm,
sort of stuff, and you're not gonna make it, you know?
right.
And if we look at it from the capitalistic side of like, well, that's just how the market is. You either succeed or you fail. It's like, well, that's true to a certain extent, but man, you're really not stacking the deck well for anybody but the big fucking companies. Like,
Right. Yeah, it's so hard to like break in now and stuff. Well, and bookstores are like a community center. So it really
right.
the people in the community really needs to decide like we want this as a and support that bookstore even if it's double the price or whatever. Like it is a choice at that point for those communities or host events there or something. Like you not necessarily have to buy a million books there because books can add up for sure. I know that. But like do other stuff where it still brings in the community aspect, but
Yeah,
just
man. I mean, like on my end, there's a lot of there's one on the 14th that I'm going to go to. It's a builders expo for, guitars and pedals and stuff like that. I love going to those because two things get to happen. You get to have a face-to-face, like you said, community building, like hang out, actually talk to people, talk about their products, see what they do, get your hands on it, physically being there. And then on top of that, you build personal and professional relationships with these people. You know what I mean? That you're never gonna get from just, "Oh, yeah, I just bought this and it came to me via Amazon or other big box retailer." You know what I mean?
yeah. So there's some, I mean, it's definitely the consumers and it's like we need to be more intentional, I feel like. But everything is so expensive too. Like some
That's
people
true.
just don't have a choice.
Well,
But
I think a lot of people don't have a choice.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
you have to make it work. For
Mhm.
you as an individual or if you have a family or whatever, like, you have to make it work. Like, you don't have an option. You know, you gotta eat, you gotta pay your bills, and if something is significantly cheaper, hey, you
Right.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Um, well, last thing I guess, have you heard that they're maybe like building basically company towns?
No.
People call them, they're not like the same as like, where it was like literally you got like Amazon bucks and you had to, that's not like that kind of company town. But like some of their facilities are just so big and are like a city in themselves that people are calling them like modern day company towns. So like there's one in Seattle, that's where a lot of people are saying it. They have over 8 million square feet
Holy
of
shit.
a campus. And it like is mixed use, I think. So like
Yeah.
can have neighborhoods and stuff. So it's like a city within a city is what people are calling it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, especially with some of the younger people that I have, as employees for me right now, if you had, like, a dormitory or an apartment complex that was like a significantly reduced rate or free if you worked for
Mm,
the company that was provided for you,
right.
I know a lot of kids that would jump on that.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, housing's so crazy
Right.
that that'd be a huge perk. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, "Hey, we're only gonna pay you $10 an hour, but we're giving you a place to stay."
Right. Yeah. That would be huge. But as long as they are paying real money still,
Right.
that's
That's
where you get into the
yeah.
company town where it's like you literally can't leave because you don't have actual real money, so you can't go anywhere else. Like that's, but yeah, I think they are paying real money, obviously, right now. So, but that would be a lot of people would do that. And feel like they would like more of the community aspect too, I guess. But then you're like with your coworkers
I
and
was gonna
living with
say,
them. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man, I feel like it'd get real tribal real quick, like real Lord of the Flies
Yeah,
real
right.
fucking quick.
Because workplaces already are kind of like clicky or can be.
Percent.
So if you're
And
living there too, yeah.
dude, I'm telling you right now, I've had a handful of people hit me up and be like, "Hey man, what you doing tonight? You wanna hang out?" No, I don't want to hang out with you that I work with you. I don't know. I don't want to hang out with you. No
Right.
part of me wants to hang out with you.
Yeah, I already spend 10 hours a day with you or whatever, or
Yeah,
8 hours a day. Yeah.
I'm good. No, I
There's
could not
also,
imagine living in a commune.
well, yeah. But I'm just saying some of the younger people are missing community. So maybe if it's like free housing plus some friends in the area, like, I mean, some people are friends with their coworkers. So maybe that could be a perk for people. But yeah, I wouldn't like that. But they
Well, then
also
you get
have,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead. No, I'm good. I
No,
don't
you
wanna keep
go.
tangent.
No, no, no. What?
Well, how far does this go? Like, if you start a fucking town that literally you work for the company, they give you a place to stay. Like, how slippery is that slope? Like,
Yeah.
now do we have our own fire department for this town? Now do we have our own police force for this town? Now do we start to
Mm,
have our own fucking government for this town that is really the corporation that we work for? Like,
yeah.
dude,
It's like Monopoly Man is the mayor or something.
it would I feel like that shit would get so dangerous so quick, and next thing you know,
Yeah.
it's like the Walmart DC and the Amazon DC towns are
Mm,
going to war because we're trying to get rid of our competitors. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
yeah. This is the next Civil War is
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Corporations versus
corporation
corporations.
towns against, right. Yeah. They're taking them down. Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be pretty crazy. I mean, don't some places offer housing though, like Google? Isn't their campus like kind of crazy too?
Yeah, a good example, and this is kind of way back, but like the summer jobs that were offered, we used to go to Cedar Point all the time. The summer jobs that were offered for those employees,
Yeah.
like they had their own apartments where they would
Right.
stay. So
Yeah. Or Holiday World too.
Holiday World has the
They
same.
walk out there. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I would not like that. But as long as they're still being paid real money. But see,
Sure.
Amazon has the grocery store. You're gonna spend all your
They got
money at the
everything.
grocery store. Yeah, like they would have a little town like that. Well, so I was just gonna say they also built what they called 8 Virginia, just outside of DC. And that's a mixed use space as well, like similar to Seattle, where you could have housing and stores and the
All
distribution
the
center or whatever.
all the racketeering goes.
Yeah, right. Well, and people are saying their warehouse network, like anywhere a distribution center gets built, like that kind of becomes like a factory town because they employ, I mean, they target like right outside of cities. So it's like more rural or suburb. And then all the people who live right there would be working there. And it's just not the best.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I know from
Well, yeah,
experience.
right. Yeah, you know all about that. Well, I'm sure, yeah, it's not just Amazon that has this issue,
Right.
but
No, it's the
yeah.
same.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, people said anytime it goes up in a place, like you have more traffic because of the trucks and everything, rent goes up because now more people want to be there or whatever. And then the paying jobs in the area actually go down, like the wages, because it's a cheaper like labor job.
Yeah, I would say here in the past probably 5 years over by me. The only thing that's stayed pretty consistent as far as normal wages from what I've heard are gas station attendants and fast food employees.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there was this thing that came out too where a developer for like an Amazon fulfillment center would go to the city and let's say it's for Amazon, and they would try to change the zoning laws and the zoning codes to make it so it would fit for them and like just don't say it's for Amazon until the very last second possible.
Yep. Yep,
I feel
that
like
makes sense.
how is that possible? I don't know.
I
It seems
mean,
crazy. I guess
it's
it could be for someone else,
not
not just
technically
Amazon.
illegal.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, those are all the things I found. Most of them are true. So, oops on that. But
Well, once again, to kind of put a bow on it, I mean, we can talk about how corporations are evil and they only want our money, but it's like I don't really want to hear that unless you're some hippie living off the grid. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's impossible to not use some of this stuff. Like I said, Amazon, if you're using a website, you're probably using their services. So it
Well,
doesn't
and
matter.
that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't, share your opinion or whatever you want about corporations, because obviously we can say and do whatever we want within reason. And when I say within reason, I mean we have freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence. So obviously, don't be a fucking idiot when you start saying dumb shit.
Right.
But yeah, it's like I've talked to people and it's funny because I'm just like, well, do you have the Amazon app on your phone? Do you have the um any big box store like on your phone? Have you ever ordered from them? Well, yeah, everybody does. It's like, well, what the fuck are you complaining about? You
Right.
know what I mean? You're a
Yeah.
cog in the machine, man.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I just think too, maybe people just need to become more intentional
Yeah,
about their purchases. Like
yeah,
if you need it or it's something like as long as you think about it a little bit and be like, is this actually worth it? Do I actually need it? Like be a little more mindful and intentional. And then if you need to buy it, then yeah, do it. But you don't, a lot of people just do a reflex now of like, oh, this is so cute. And they just buy it right away. And then it's like, you didn't really need that. And it was maybe just an impulse purchase.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
you maybe return it. And those returns do not go to a good place. So, I mean, anywhere usually, but yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, I think this is a good episode for us to shill our link. So once again, listeners, if you want to help support the show, head on down to the link down below. It's going to take you right to fucking Amazon. And if you buy some stuff, we're going to get a little bit of a kickback. I'm not opposed to making money, but at the same time, I mean, like Sarah said, you need to be intentional with your purchase. If you like this show so much and you have no use for this lovely Rode microphone, don't fucking buy it.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Buy
that's the
something
thing.
else.
Yeah,
But yeah. Well, and I was going to say, if you must use Amazon, give us a little kickback.
100%.
Give us, give little creators. Yeah.
You like us, you'll be helping us out way more.
Right.
That's
And they can
that's
probably take it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think that was pretty solid, Sarah, and I think it was a good product placement for our to affiliate link with
Yeah.
the lovely company Amazon. And come
Yeah.
at me
We'll
in the
see if we
comments.
get flagged.
Oh, it's fine. Either way, I think that'll actually help.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can do a follow-up episode of how Amazon screwed us over.
Yeah. We could. Hopefully they don't, but
Yeah,
they're not listening. Except all the time.
all the time. They're listening to everything. They're like, Jake and Sarah, y'all are fucked now. We're not getting anything.
Yeah.
No. But listeners, if you want to help support the show, the best way to do that is head over to patreon.com/the Paranoid Perspective Podcast. We got some extra perks over there, and it's not affiliated through Amazon unless you use the internet provider that is provided by Amazon, then you are helping them. But you don't really pay attention to that anyway. Easiest and free way, share this podcast with a friend, comment, like, share all the typical social media buzzwords. And as always,
Remember, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not watching. See you next time on The Paranoid Perspective.